A number of Islamic private schools have now been approved to be part of the state's new education savings account program. Starting next school year, the program will allow families to use taxpayer money on private school tuition and educational expenses. Several families and schools sued the state, alleging the state illegally excluded them from the program.
KVUE's Daniel Perot is live at the state capitol with more on the schools that have been able to apply. Daniel?
Earlier this week, a federal judge ordered the state to extend the application period for families to take part in the new program as the lawsuits that you mentioned play out. The judge also ordered that the state give those schools that sued over acceptance into the program a chance to apply. Some did, and now they've been accepted. Months after they first applied to be part of the state's new $1 billion education savings account program,
these schools, these parents are very relieved.
The comptroller's office has approved 4 Islamic schools named in recent lawsuits against the state to be part of the program.
The sequence of events is very telling.
In court filings, the state has cited additional verification measures for schools accredited by Cognia as the reason for the delay. But in court,
the state conceded that there were no accreditation issues with our schools. They were eligible to apply.
When the schools applied this week, they got instant approval, which attorney Maria Kari says she believes proves their case.
This was just an outright exclusion of Islamic schools from a government-funded program, which is unconstitutional. You can't do that.
In January, the AG's office ruled the comptroller can exclude schools after the comptroller's office raised concerns about schools affiliated with the Chinese government or that hold events organized by the Council on American Islamic Relations, which Governor Greg Abbott has declared a foreign terrorist organization. The U.S. State Department has not designated the group as a terrorist group.
This is about a national security issue, and Americans must take this growing threat seriously.
It tells our children that they're outsiders, and that's not who we are as a country. That's not who we are as Texas.
More than 229,000 students have applied to be part of the program, but Kari says many Muslim families have stayed out, unsure if their schools would be allowed in. While it's a relief for some, Kari says more than 24 other eligible Islamic schools not part of the lawsuit are still excluded.
That's something we're still watching closely.
As families continue to apply, Kari says their fight is far from over.
It's certainly not the end of the road. We're still in the early stages of the case.
It's still not clear exactly what will happen to those other Muslim schools that are not part of the lawsuit. The current temporary injunction runs through March 31st, but the court could extend it beyond that. Live at the Texas Capitol, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.